Barbados, get up.
Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Indeed, good morning Barbados and welcome to today. Today is the 21st of April 2026 and I'm Pearson Bowen welcoming you to the start of a brand new day today and hoping that you do have a terrific Tuesday. It's also the day when children head back to school. Teachers and children head back to school today. I can hear your teeth grinding, children. I can hear it. But yep, you have to get up and get back to your education. Get right back on the ball. And I hope that today as you prepare to head out to school that you remember that you need to be obedient. You are one of God's beautiful flowers in this beautiful garden he's created called earth. And so therefore, while he smiles upon you and he gives you all that you need to be a success, he requires of you to be obedient. And so little ones, today as you head back to school, whether you are the tiniest of the lot or the teenage of the lot, then you head back to school and remember to be good to others and be good to self as well. So I wish you a really good day today, teachers as well, because you have an awesome responsibility. You're literally the builders of society. You are their first teacher. Yes, I know the parents generally are, but children tend to see your role a whole lot differently. So to all of our teachers, we wish you the very best. Remember, little ones, you are to adhere to the school's nutrition policy. You are to adhere to the school's grooming policy, and those are put in place for a reason. That reason is to really form in you the best citizen that there is for Barbados indeed. So to all of you, have a really great today as you start your school journey this term around. Welcome to all of you watching on our streams on Facebook, YouTube and our website cbc.bb. To all of you, good morning. How do you do? I wish you a terrific today as well. Remember, share the show, share the love, share your comments as well with us. We absolutely love to read how you respond to what we do today. And of course, if you know of anything that we need to talk about, and if you know of anyone who has an interesting story to tell, and you believe that we should do so for you, tell us about it. And you can do so by sending us an email. That email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to you I say thank you. We're just a week away from National Heroes Day in Barbados. Today is the 21st. National Heroes Day, as you know, is celebrated and remembered on the 28th of April. So we're 1 week away. So children, as you head back to school today, I want you to, hopefully through your social sciences teachers, to be able to begin to look again, if you have forgotten, at our national heroes and their contribution to Barbados over time and why they have been accorded the title of National Hero, the Right Excellent. And so it perhaps is a part of your social studies from this week on, and I hope that you learn a little bit more about the lives and the time spent and the contribution by the 11 of our 11? Am I losing count? Yes, 11 national heroes. And of course, you know, I know we have two who are still alive. The Right Excellent Robin Rihanna Fenty and the Right Excellent Sir Garfield Sobers. So they too are specially recognized as well and will be next week Tuesday for us as Barbadians as we mark our people who have over time given life and given depth and given breadth to who we are as a lived people indeed. And so we can't wait to celebrate National Heroes Day next Tuesday indeed. So there's a lot to get to today. We're having our conversations on CARICOM. We still have heroes who travel the world to represent Barbados, and one such is with us, Ambassador David Camichon. He'll tell us a little bit of his report coming out of his recent visit to the United Nations Forum. We talk about that in just a little while. If you are aligning your business with the latest technologies, then there is an opportunity for you. It's absolutely free. We'll tell you about that when the people behind that initiative join us today. Opening this weekend in the Queen's Park Gallery is an exhibition by John Walcott. You know him as a comic, but he is absolutely creative also with art. And so but the curator of the gallery will be joining us this morning as we share with you what to expect. We'll also today be telling you about an upcoming on National Heroes Day next week, Tuesday, about a whole, I call it Skaterama. An opportunity for you to get on your skates and come see, if you don't skate yourself, the brilliance of the young people and older people who are now skating skating today. It is going to be quite creative and quite fun, so you get to know a little bit more about that. And we'll also meet a man who has a blend of St. Lucian and Barbadian in him, but he believes that music is global, and so that is his mission. But who is he? You need to stick around to find out. We'll take a break right here, and after that break, we'll get started with our conversations on CARICOM.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called.
Want to report. And so he's with us this morning. Ambassador, good morning to you.
Morning, Pearson. Pleasure to be back.
Thank you. You are just back from where? Remind people.
The United Nations in Geneva, representing Barbados at the 5th session of the UN Permanent Forum on People of African Descent.
Put that into context for everyone. What that forum represents and what it's set up to do.
Well, basically, it is a United Nations agency. It comprises 10 experts drawn from different parts of the world. And its job really is to oversee the human rights, the conditions of people of African descent globally, to consult with people of African descent about our issues, and to advise the United Nations Human Rights Council and other United Nations agencies and also UN member states about our issues, about our agenda, the things that we would like to see done so that we advance, and that especially that the human rights of people of African descent be protected and expanded. So I have been attending the forum. I've been attending over the past 4 years. You know, it is held either in New York or in Geneva. Although next year it is going to be held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. But Barbados and CARICOM, we are very supportive of the forum, because it came out of the UN World ultimately it came out of the UN World Conference Against Racism, and we played a big role in all of that, to really focus on people of African descent, focus on reparations, and all those interconnected issues. So every year in April, you can find me at the Permanent Forum.
All right, and I'm watching the screen because at the same time Barbados had a delegation. Can you describe for us who we're seeing in the delegation?
Well, first of all, we have Ambassador Matthew Wilson. He's Barbados' permanent representative to the UN in Geneva. But I also had with me Mrs. Vicky Blackman. Mm-hmm. She is an officer at the permanent mission in Geneva. In fact, she is the health attaché. And that young lady smiling so brightly is Daisy Nononsi. And she is a young intern at the mission. She is the product of a Bajan mother and a father from Benin. Mm-hmm. And so she's doing an internship at the mission. So I was able to lead that team of Vicky and Daisy, and we spoke, the three of us, we spoke for Barbados mm-hmm. at the Permanent Forum.
I want to hear what you said, and so we do have the tape, sir. So let's pay attention to what Ambassador David Commichon presented at that forum at the United Nations on behalf of Barbados.
Madam Chair, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters all, Barbados can't help but observe that this session is taking place against the backdrop of such developments as the emergence of a determined effort to undermine and destroy the systems of multilateralism and international law, and to take the world back to an ethos of might makes right. Secondly, the continuing existence of tragic military conflicts on the African continent and an explosion in gun-related youth violence in several regions of the African diaspora. And thirdly, the recent startling experience of witnessing virtually the entire white world either voting against or abstaining from a UN General Assembly resolution that declared the trafficking of enslaved Africans and the racialized chattel enslavement of Africans as the world's gravest crime against humanity. In light of the foregoing, Barbados would like to urge the Permanent Forum to use this session to brainstorm and develop strategies and recommendations directed to the following. First, a defense of the system of multilateralism and international law. That system is not perfect. Indeed, it contains many structural inequalities, but it does still provide us with a framework for development and advancement. We must therefore resolve that the world will not revert to the pre-United Nations era of unbridled imperialism and lawlessness. Let us therefore mount a defense of international law and multilateralism. Second, the establishment of fundamental principles and best practices for peacemaking and for the construction of nurturing, humane, African-centered nations. Madam Chair, let us craft our own code of national and people-centered development principles for our own nations of global Africa. And third, a campaign to tell our story and deconstruct the myth of white or Western superiority. It is clear that a large segment of the international community has not yet developed a proper understanding of the tragic awesomeness of the relevant history, or worse still, are still wedded to the myth of white or Western superiority. There is therefore much educating and consciousness-raising work for the Forum and its allies to do if we are to achieve the delivery of reparatory justice before the end of the second international decade. And finally, Madam Chair, I hope and trust that you will be in attendance at our annual CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in July in St. Lucia this year, engaging with our heads of government. Indeed, I look forward to the establishment of a practice whereby the chair of the Permanent Forum is invited to attend the annual meetings of all of our regional organizations, the African Union, the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, the Commonwealth Heads of Government Conference, and of course, the CARICOM annual meeting. Let the Permanent Forum link us all together and help us to develop and express a common program for the advancement of people of African descent. I thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Barbados.
Thank you, Barbados. Thank you, Ambassador. Indeed, let the Permanent Forum link us to advance the cause of people of African descent. I think that resonates with me well. And for me, you were able to articulate all of the things we've been talking about, multilateralism, playing by the rules-based. So talk to me about what response how positive are you that that will be advanced?
Well, that is a vision that I have been advancing from the very outset. I, and Barbados by extension, we have recognized the potential of this new UN agency, that this could be the entity that links us all together. In fact, we already, a year ago, we had the then chair of the Permanent Forum, Dr. June Suma, engage with our CARICOM heads of government at our heads of government meeting in Grenada. Mm-hmm. So we have this idea that this body can link us together and help us to focus on a common agenda. In fact, the very last intervention I made, and I made several interventions, that's just one, but the very last intervention I made was to say to the Permanent Forum, look, you have been in existence for 5 years now. You've held 5 sessions. You have come up with literally hundreds of recommendations for UN bodies and member states. What I want you to do now is to go through all of those hundreds of recommendations and extract a concrete core agenda, the most important things that you want member states and UN agencies to focus upon and to accomplish and implement. And I trust that that will be done. But in terms of the other issues that I raised, well, obviously, we have to defend and protect the system of international law, because when you talk about people of African descent, you're talking about Caribbean nations, African nations, people who had to fight against colonization, enslavement. We had to fight to become independent, and we fought to become independent because we could then locate our new nations in that system of international law and multilateralism and use it to advance. And so we, of all people, we have to try to protect the system. The other point I made about was really a self-help point, that we need to look at military conflict on our continent, youth violence, internal violence, and we could only shake our head in Barbados with the recent happening at Thunder Bay. So this is a real issue, and the point Barbados was making is, look, we need to do self-help as well, and we need to put together our own code for how we should run humane and peaceful societies. And because of constraints of time, I couldn't say everything in the address, but of course we handed in a written text. But that written text spoke about our social democratic construct in Barbados and the things that we do, our construct in the Caribbean, the notion of the zone of peace, the notion of settling disputes peacefully, friends of all, satellites of none, so Barbados suggested to the forum, look at these kinds of best practices and put them together as a kind of code for Black and predominantly African nations to follow. You know, so that was the our initial major intervention at the opening ceremony of the forum. But then that was followed by our delegation members, Vicky and Daisy, also speaking to different themes as the session went on over the 4 days.
All right, so those speeches we'll share with you right after this break as we continue our conversations on CARICOM in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share?
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're having our conversations on CARICOM today with Barbados Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Commichon, who is just back from the 5th UN Permanent Forum on People of African Descent. And so just before we took that break, we would have heard your contribution, Ambassador. And again, I keep telling you, thank you, Barbados. It positioned or reminds us how important our presence is on the global stage.
Oh yes, Barbados is very highly appreciated within the Permanent Forum, and for good reason. I mean, Barbados, we even hosted a meeting of the Permanent Forum in Barbados back in 2024, December 2024. And this is how it should be. You know, UN member states need to step up because the Permanent Forum has limited financial resources. So we hosted them here that they could have an internal meeting. So, and Barbados has shown, Barbados and CARICOM has shown this interest in the Permanent Forum from the very outset. We actually have 2 members among those 10 members of the forum. 2 come from CARICOM. Dr. June Suma of St. Lucia and Professor Gaynell Curry of the Bahamas. And in fact, Gaynell assumed the chairmanship this year. So needless to say, not just Barbados, but CARICOM was well represented at the Permanent Forum. The delegation from Guyana, in fact, spoke on behalf of the CARICOM caucus in Geneva. So Guyana was in full force at the session. The Bahamas was in full force, and that is to be expected since their national was assuming the chairmanship, and Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago was also there. But I am very keen that CARICOM of all entities, CARICOM and the African Union, I should say. I think we are the 2 entities that really have to see the potential in this forum, commit to assisting this and commit to assisting this forum to realize all of that potential, ultimately for the benefit of our people.
And our young people as well, because 2 young ladies who took along as part of the Barbados delegation who also made presentations. And so right now I want to share with you folks the presentation made by Vicky Blackman as she represented Barbados as part of the delegation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Barbados reaffirms its commitment to the full and effective implementation of the DDPA and commends the Permanent Forum for its determination to use the DDPA to strengthen global solidarity with the people of African descent. Barbados played a very significant role in crafting the DDPA and was always keen to use the Durban process to construct a global African network that would both maximize our collective African efforts and facilitate the expression of international solidarity with us. We perhaps did not make the best use of this opportunity to accomplish this 25 years ago. But the good news is that the second African CARICOM Summit in 2025, a commitment was made to forge an AU-CARICOM partnership to extend it into a global African construct. This is a crucial mission that we must all resolve to accomplish. The other point Barbados wishes to make relates to health. Health inequalities remains one of the most visible manifestations of systemic inequalities affecting people of African descent globally. In the Caribbean, these disparities reflects a high prevalence of non-communicable diseases. As acknowledged by the DDPA, these outcomes are deeply rooted in historical injustices. As small island development states, these challenges are further compounded by structural vulnerabilities and limited resources. Mr. Chair, whilst universal access to health is available in Barbados, we invoke the DDPA to call for a renewed global commitment to health equalities to address both immediate and underlying drivers for these disparities. I thank you.
And Barbados thanks you as well, Ms. Blackman, indeed. And so there a powerful presentation, again reinforcing the health and why, as a people of African descent, the whole thought about health has also not escaped us.
Yes, well, Mrs. Blackman is the health attaché, so she was very keen. So she was speaking, she was addressing the panel that dealt with the Durban Declaration and Program of Action. In fact, this year is the 25th anniversary of that Declaration and Program of Action that came out of the World Conference Against Racism in 2001. So when she says the DDPA, that's what she means, the Durban Declaration and Program of Action. And so she was basically making 2 points. She was making the point that Barbados invested in that process 25 years ago, and one of the things we were hoping to achieve from that process was this global African construct, this network that would maximize our power and, you know, make it easier for the international community to express solidarity with us. And maybe we were not as successful. When I say we were not, I mean the African world, we were not as successful as we could have been in putting that together, but the signs are there that the idea has taken root and that it is going to be materialized. But Vicky, being a health attaché, was also very keen to refer to those parts of the Durban Declaration and Program of Action that speak about the health challenges of people of African descent. And she made a point that, you know, in Barbados we have basically free health care, but we have a concern for our brothers and sisters who in other parts of the African world who are not so fortunate. And so she was reminding the international community, hey, the DDPA, the Durban Declaration, laid out the agenda for tackling these health inequalities 25 years ago. And you know, Pearson, one of the good things that came out of this session was a recommitment. This is the Durban Declaration and Program of Action. So a recommitment to this program of action in its 25th year. And we have all been charged, with educating about it, even in our formal education system, but doing all that we can to ensure that it is implemented.
I want you now to put into context the contribution by the young lady Daisy. I know you spoke a little bit about where she's from, but her reason for being there.
Yes, well, one of the panels dealt with youth of African descents, rights holders and agents of change in their own right. So we were very pleased that we had Daisy in our the youth, as a youth, to speak to this particular theme.
Let's listen to her contribution to the UN Forum.
Thank you, Chair. Some 3 decades ago, Barbados' Ministry of Education and Youth Affairs adopted a motto that declared, "Each one matters. Each child, each young person matters." In light of Barbados' history as the world's very first out-and-out slave society, a society that was constructed by 17th century British colonizers and enslavers around the evil institution of African enslavement, this is a simple motif that the predominantly Black or African people of the independent nation of Barbados have deployed to guide and structure their nation. And this is a motif that Barbados would like to urge upon every African or African diaspora nation. Now, since each one matters, Barbados makes it a point of duty to provide its children and youth with free public education from the primary to the university level, while also promoting youth leadership and civic engagement through initiatives such as the Barbados Youth Development Council. Barbados also recognizes the importance of economic empowerment. Programs like the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme support entrepreneurship and skills development and are deployed to facilitate employment creation and foster innovation, particularly in a rapidly changing global economy. In addition, Barbados is committed to ensuring that young people are not only beneficiaries of policy, but active participants in shaping it. Creating inclusive spaces for dialogue and engagement, like our Ideas Forum, is key to strengthening trust and advancing democratic participation. At the same time, digital platforms are used as powerful tools for youth mobilization, creativity, and leadership. Ensuring equitable access to these opportunities is therefore essential. As we advance into the second international decade for people of African descent, Barbados would like to emphasize to our global African family the importance of investing in youth as partners in development. Their voices, leadership, and innovation are indispensable to achieving justice, equality, and sustainable progress. And always remember, each one matters.
Thank you so much.
Well done indeed. Her name, not to be forgotten, is Dede Nanunsi. And so if you've never met her before, as I've never met her before, now you know we have other very powerful young voices out there that are advocating on behalf of Barbados. Ambassador, that was a powerful presentation from that young lady.
Yes. Yeah. You see, one of the hallmarks of Barbados is that we are not content simply to lament and to complain about being victimized. No, we are proactive, we have initiative, we do. And so throughout Barbados' contribution to the session, you would have heard the Barbados story coming out of positive things. So yes, we are not just victims. No, we are people with agency and initiative, and we have done things that could be a model for other people, could be implemented by other people to take them forward. So we made the point that in light of our tragic history of enslavement, we have developed the notion of the sacred preciousness of every human being. And so we went back to that motto that our Ministry of Education and Youth Affairs used to have. Each one matters. And you heard Daisy saying, we are mentioning this because we want to urge every predominantly African nation and society to take this motto to heart. Each one matters. And then she went on to lay out the many things that we do for our youth in Barbados around that notion of each one matters, and taking our young people and their development very, very seriously.
Looks like a very positive contribution to that forum. What's next?
Well, the forum ended on Friday, 17th of April. Incidentally, my birthday. I tend to spend, every year, I tend to spend my birthday at the United Nations in the permanent forum. But basically, and there were well over 1,000 delegates in attendance. So it's a very intense 4 days, hundreds of delegates speaking, member states, UN agencies, civil society representatives, and everybody making a multiplicity of recommendations to the permanent forum. And then on the final evening, the permanent forum, we sit and they begin to give us a report on some of the things that were put forward, some of the things that they're going to take on board. Of course, they haven't been able to give us a full detailed report yet, but to signal some of the things. So obviously, coming out of the session was number one, a recommitment to the Durban Declaration and Program of Action. So we have all been charged to go away, take this document very seriously. Take efforts to reintroduce it to your people, to educate about it, and let us commit, all of us, to implementing the very positive measures in this document. Another thing that they focused on at the session was, as part of the reparations agenda, the return of cultural artifacts that were stolen during the period of colonization and enslavement and are in all kinds of collections in Europe and North America, to be restored to their countries of origin, and not simply to be given back, but you had them sometimes for centuries making use of them. So some effort at proper restoration of the. Then they looked at the whole reparations agenda, and the Permanent Forum is recommending that the United Nations establish a reparations fund. Right, that we are all trying to do it in our own way, Africa, the Caribbean, but their recommendation is that in that central space, the UN space, that a reparations fund be established. They also reminded us that we are into the second international decade for people of African descent, and that we all have a role to play in making the most of that decade. They put a lot of emphasis on the work that CARICOM has been doing. They drew attention to the CARICOM 10-point plan on reparatory justice, and they recommended that plan to the entire global African community. And if I had $10, Pearson, for every time CARICOM was mentioned at that session of the Permanent Forum, I would be a very rich man today. So I want my final message to be, folks, if you didn't know it already, know it now. CARICOM is held, our CARICOM is held in very, very high esteem. And again, you had speaker after speaker referring to CARICOM, referring to CARICOM's 10-point plan on reparatory justice, referring to the CARICOM Reparations Commission. So not Trinidad and Tobago, not Jamaica, not Barbados, not St. Lucia, CARICOM. And that is a message for us, that this unity, this collective entity gives us a profile and a strength and an influence that we cannot have as individual Caribbean nations.
It's a very solid point made indeed, Ambassador. Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of Conversations on CARICOM. Barbados Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Commichon, reporting on his recent visit to the UN Permanent Forum on People of African Descent. And so there's a lot still for us to do as a people of the Caribbean to know more about self, and that document on the Durban Declaration is going to be brought soon to TV. So we ourselves get to be educated in what it is. And so look out for that and a whole lot more. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you, Pearson.
That's been today's Conversations on CARICOM. Morning Barbados is back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We have 90 minutes to go to 7 o'clock here on Morning Barbados today as we turn our attention to an upcoming activity that is absolutely free, but it empowers businesses to align their focus with technology and how technology can really enhance. And so this is an initiative by D6 District 6 Technologies. The co-founders with me in Jonathan Sylvester and Shara Graham, who is the director of Supernova Lab. They're also partners in this. Welcome, first of all, to Morning Barbados.
Thanks for having us.
Shara, I'll start with you because this is a part of what Supernova Lab has been doing, which is to not just to give a jump start, but to give a serious push into the new technologies, into the new opportunities that are available for businesses to see businesses thrive. Talk a little bit about why this upcoming activity is so important.
Okay, well, thank you for having us. So Supernova Lab is powered by GovTech Barbados, and we are basically the National Research and Development Lab.
Or we'll try to get your microphone sorted out in just a moment, but don't you worry about it. But Jonathan, perhaps I could come to describe for me what District 6 Technologies is about.
Sure. So District 6 Technologies, we deliver nearshore software development, talent development to the global market. We've seen in the market, and it was really born of a need for creating Caribbean talent and delivering that talent to problems that are being solved in the US, UK, with partners in Africa, UK, and across the region. We're able to support students and allow university students to build their business, grow themselves as software developers, and not have to leave. We faced a huge brain drain in the Caribbean over the years, and the idea is to ensure that we give our young people a place to work where they can earn and deliver services globally.
Since last year, 2025, you believed then that the Caribbean was ripe for what you're talking about now. In that span of time, have you seen that ripeness come to fruition?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've seen in the last budget our Minister of Science and Innovation and Technology talk about building a data center and putting down a huge investment to ensure that the Caribbean, not just Barbados, but the region, is at the bleeding edge of technology. Those things are absolutely vital for our development. We have to close the digital divide, and the Caribbean, we're poised to do that. We're near to the US, near to Canada. We have the same language. We don't have those barriers, and we understand their culture, and they understand our culture. So we're ideally positioned to capitalize on international technology markets.
In other words, the doors are open. Let's just barge right in and meet each other. And so, Shara, let's talk about GovTech's, Supernova Labs relationship with this initiative.
Okay, so Supernova Lab, we are the National Research and Development Program for Barbados and the GovTech Barbados. And so our goal really is to promote innovation and support companies like District 6 Technologies, and we believe that this is a very good partnership for us in allowing, well, first of all, as you mentioned, the event is free. It's in exactly 2 weeks, and it's going to be at Lime Grove Lifestyle Center from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we're really focused on the youth, the younger generation, so it's geared mainly towards, I would say, sixth form students, those also in tertiary education as well, to help them come and be a part of an event where they can interact with service providers, business leaders, and just have various opportunities, just to answer their questions and get more insight into the careers that they're looking to pursue in life.
After all, they're the future. It happens on Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
Practicing my Spanish. The 5th of May in Lime Grove Lifestyle Center. And so it's called Startup.
Yes.
And there's a reason it has that name. Why?
Well, I will let
that's you,
Jonathan, yeah.
Sure, no problem.
It's a Startup Fest.
Startup Fest, yes. So the idea is, we want to give not just university students, but also entrepreneurs who have started up their business. And it's not just tech, it's typically tech, but not only tech organizations. An opportunity, again, to meet with industry professionals who may have gone through the fire a bit and, learn, get some experience, network, make contacts, and help to build their business to something that's very viable. So, the idea was coined by my business partner who lives in Canada, but who is Montserratian. So we've worked together for many years, trying to build out and ensure that we have an environment in the region to support business and young people growing.
And that's important, I think. And so this fest is for sixth formers, tertiary level education, entrepreneurs, anyone who wants to rub shoulders with best in the business who've gone through the test of fire and have survived, so to speak. So fire sharpens and what does it go again?
Is that steel
iron sharpens iron?
Steel sharpens steel.
Thank you.
Correct.
Same thing. Metal to metal. And so if you really want to get your metal tested, this Startup Fest is truly for you. It happens on the 5th of May in the Lime Grove Lifestyle Center. And so if you have an idea, you've tried it with your friends and your family and you believe it has potential, this is for you.
Absolutely.
And given what's happening in our schools today where business is being pushed and education in business and education in how to be starters of business, this is for that business-minded student as well.
Yeah, this is why we feel it's the right time to do Startup Fest, to ensure that it's not going to be your typical conference. We don't want people coming and sitting in a hall and listening to a lecture because students do that. That's not what it is. It's interactive. We're going to have master classes. You'll have an opportunity to have one-on-one conversation, again, with industry leaders in the market. And it's just create a good interactive, intimate space where ideas, innovation, talent can be seen, discussed, and we can have a good outcome.
I'm sure a lot of you at home are thinking, but what do I come with? What do I walk with on that day, on the 5th of May? Should I just show up and not have anything to present to you? Or do they need to come with something to present at least?
I wouldn't say you need to come with anything to present. If you have an idea, come with it prepared in your mind. We're not going to put you up on stage or anything like that and pull you out. But, come ready to discuss your idea. Be open. Think it through. Think about who you want to discuss, the challenges that you're having in growing your business, or if you simply want to know where to start, this is a place for you.
It truly is a Startup Fest. We'll take a break right here. When we come back, we'll also tell you what it's not, and so that you have a clear idea as to when you come, what you're engaged with, and what the benefits truly are for you. If you have an idea, if you're already operating quite a small business and you really want to go to the next stage, to have that push by Supernova Lab as well. We'll tell you more about that in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damian Best as they review the action, the goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the Touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
9 minutes to go to 7 o'clock. We're talking about Startup Fest, which happens on the 5th of May in the Lifestyle Center of Lime Grove right there. And so it's open to everyone, literally almost everyone. And so if you see yourself positioned for this, if you want to have that opportunity, you need to register. Shara, talk to us quickly about the registration. How do we do that?
Sure. So you can go to the Supernova website to register. That's supernovalaB.ai/WATS-next. So WATS is WHATS-next, N-E-X-T, and you can register there.
Is there a fee for registration?
Nope, it's absolutely
it's
free. Yes.
It's free.
The only thing would just be the few seconds it takes to register, if anything at all, but besides that, it's free.
And that's an investment. That's not a cost.
Exactly.
And so it's to reshape the mind. And this is all set about to do that, to help shape the mind of our people, to realize that business is possible even for you, and in whatever stage of business you may be at the moment, and whatever kind of business that you want to engage in. And that's the purpose of Supernova Lab.
Yes. And obviously to promote innovation as well in Barbados, you know. I'm sure we're accustomed to like many businesses which we are accustomed to, but you know, partnering with District 6 Technologies as well to promote such an event like that is something that we want people to see the possibilities. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a great event that you should all come out to attend.
We tend to think that when we rub shoulders with business people, you know, hey, funding is going to flow from there right there. And so is that what this is all about?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to be immediate funding, but there will be industry leaders there who will be able to assist you and guide you in the best way possible for you to be able to achieve your goals in regards to funding.
Jonathan, sometimes people are a little bit reserved in sharing their idea.
Right.
Because of fear someone might steal their idea.
Right.
Assure us why this Startup Fest is safe and that people are not there to prey on your idea.
So what I've found in the past is ideas are just ideas. And anybody can have an idea, and often many people have the same idea. But if you have spent the time to craft how your idea is going to work, and you've put that down on paper, and you're able to articulate that idea, other people are actually, most people are going to actually be very supportive of what you're trying to do and point you in the right direction, because they have their own things going on as well. So, you know, we, District 6, we operate on the base of collaboration, which is how we started working closely with Supernova Lab and our partners in Africa. We have partners throughout the region. And a lot of those conversations started on, look, we have an idea that we need to develop Caribbean talent to close this digital divide, to increase the skills in our region in technology around AI. We're going to use the technology, we're going to build the technology and develop our people. And once you're bought into that idea, then you're going to either support it or not support it. And the persons who don't support it, that's cool. But the persons who do support it, they help us in immeasurable ways. And that's what we're trying to foster with Startup Fest. We're trying to create a collaborative environment where you can feel free to share your idea and feel confident that you're going to get the right support to bring it to life.
So who will be there? We know who we want to come, but who will be there so that we can learn from?
So we are engaging with business leaders in the finance sector, fintech, finance industry, fintech. So of course, fintech is huge. The universities, of course, we want to get on board as well. Persons in technology, persons in industry. So it's going to be a good mix of different professionals that can help you in different aspects of your business.
Wow, so it's the right space at the right time, right, Shara?
Yes, I would say so. And I was also going to add that on the government side as well, we will have GovTech Barbados involved, the Ministry of Innovation, Industry, Science and Technology, and the Ministry of Education, of course.
Yeah, because we're all having ideas as to how, okay, I have a brilliant idea, I know exactly what I want to do, I try it already, but I need to be guided as to what's next, what's possible.
Exactly.
And so this is where the Supernova Lab provides me with the people who can help me understand the next steps to success.
Yeah, and of course, with anything like this as well, like in a country like Barbados as well, you need both private sector and public sector coming together to work to be able to allow people, and especially the younger generation, to achieve their goals as well. So it's very important for everybody to come together at this event to support the youth.
So registration is open as we speak.
Yeah, it's currently open. I can mention it again for you. It's on the Supernova website, supernovalab.ai/whats-next, WHATS-NEXT. So please go there and register.
I want you to look at your screen, everybody. Look at your screen, look at your screen, look at your screen. You see that one there? Soup's in the middle where that little circle is navigating. You click register now, and then this is the form that you fill out. And then you're good to go. Once you've completed the form and you've completed your registration, then you show up and you're good to go indeed. Registration closes when, Shara?
I would say up to the day.
The day before.
Or even up to the day.
Really? So in other words, you could accommodate hundreds? Or is it cut off in terms of numbers?
Yeah,
no, we can. I mean, I don't expect everybody to be there all at one point in time.
Okay.
And we are using 2 floors at Lime Grove Lifestyle Center, So we will definitely be able to accommodate the numbers.
Oh, so we can come and go?
Yes.
Yeah,
Once I've had my fill, I can leave?
Yes, definitely. And we will be sharing the agenda, the itinerary of how the day's events will be as well. So you can also pick and decide when it is you want to come. Like, is this speaker the one who is more catered to me? Is this the speed mentorship person that I really want to talk to? Is this time most convenient for me as well? It's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So at any given point in time, you're welcome to come. You can even come and leave. You don't have to stay the whole time. Exactly. So, you know, it's
in other
like
words,
that.
it's at your convenience.
It is really at your convenience.
Truly is at your And that's important.
Absolutely. I mean, we're trying to, again, create that environment where people don't have to stay. It's not your typical conference. It's not your typical festival. We want it to be lively. We want it to be interactive and free-flowing.
Well, you say the goal is to have those who are curious about tech sit at the table.
Yes.
And if you're curious about tech and how tech can enhance your business, your ability to trade and exchange and to make money and all the rest of it, and then also how can you also develop applications that could work for other people as well? That's what this is all about. It's a startup fest. Startup is not in terms of you get a cash grant, you have an angel donator, somebody making an angel donation into your business, but it's how do you learn from others who've walked the walk, talk the talk, seen the success, and who can invest into you their knowledge and their experience. That's what it's about. If you are a student of business, this is for you. If you are already someone who is dabbling in technology and learning a whole lot more about it, this is also for you. If you have a business idea, this is for you for sure, because it's a seat at the table just for you. And so this happens on the 5th of May this year in the Lime Grove Lifestyle Centers. They have lots of space to accommodate you. It is free flow. You come at your convenience. A calendar of how the day will run will soon be shared on the website.
Definitely.
supernova.lab.ai, and you just follow and be a part of the Startup Fest. This is so critical and so relevant, and so now you want to get ahead of those who may not already be there with you. And this is something you're doing Caribbean-wide?
So we're starting here in Barbados, but the idea, of course, is to expand the reach over the next couple of years. But we really want to turn it into an annual event. So we're looking forward to getting all of the numbers and ensuring that we make it a successful event.
It shall be. So it shall be.
I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Jonathan Sylvester, co-founder of District 6 Technologies, and Shara Graham, who is the director of Supernova Lab. And we're encouraging all of you to go right now online to supernovalab.ai/whats-next and register. Look at your screen. Again, I keep telling you, look at your screen. banner that says Startup Fest 26. That's where you go. Click register now. It's absolutely free, and you're at the table for a big difference in how you show up in your business world. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Morning Barbados breaks right here. We're coming back with the news and more in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station, 98.1 The One.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
You know why?
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at the news now. The Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association is deeply disturbed and profoundly saddened by the continued acts of selfless gun violence being witnessed across the island. Chairman Javon Griffith says what is perhaps most alarming is that these violent episodes are now beginning to feel like regular weekend occurrences. He says this is a reality which should concern every Barbadian, every visitor, and every stakeholder with an interest in the safety, stability, and reputation of the island.
If this growing pattern of gun violence is not confronted expeditiously, decisively, and effectively, it has the potential to erode confidence in our destination and place the future strength of our tourism industry at serious risk. The BHTA therefore condemns in the strongest possible terms these acts of violence and extends heartfelt condolences to the families and loved ones of those who have lost their lives, as well as all those communities traumatized by these incidents.
And while acknowledging the work of the Barbados Police Service and all the law enforcement personnel, Mr. Griffith says it's evident that a broader, more urgent and coordinated national response is now required. Well, an easier pathway has been created for traditional marijuana farmers in Jamaica in order for them to join the formal sector for production. We get more from TVJ.
Ganja farmers were not spared by Hurricane Melissa, and farmers in Western Jamaica were the worst hit. The farmers we spoke with say 6 months later, they are still trying to rebound from the losses. The CLA says planning prior to the hurricane helped to safeguard some local supply.
We have implemented an emergency and disaster protocol to safeguard crops and inventory during hurricane season, which proved highly beneficial after Hurricane Melissa. In the wake of the most catastrophic hurricane in our history, Jamaica did not have a shortage of cannabis.
The CLA's leadership is also inviting grassroots farmers to make use of the new policies now on offer. Among them, the special community permit. This allows traditional growers such as Rastafari communities to enter the industry as a group.
Some of the benefits include reduction in the financial barrier. It gives an opportunity to start at a small scale, and the applicants or participants will have access to our technical support team from the Cannabis Specialization Unit. It also gives the participants access to the sale of ganja within the licensed space, and all participants do not have to be located in the immediate physical location. And I believe, very importantly, there are no fees to be charged for this permit.
Sports now. Rain again halted play in the afternoon session between Barbados Pride and Jamaica Scorpions on day 2 of their West Indies Championship match at Sabina Park yesterday. The Pride will resume this morning on 125-1 in reply to Jamaica Scorpions' first innings score of 457 all out. Captain Craig Brathwaite and Shane Mosley put on an opening stand of 105 as the Pride's trail by 332 runs. Mosley was the wicket to fall for 53, while Brathwaite is not out on 51 and Jonathan Drake's not out on 17. The Scorpions, resuming yesterday on 358 for 4, lost Brad Barnes, who only added 6 to his overnight score of 34, while Odin Smith scored 54. Shamar Springer took 3 for 99, with 2 apiece for Johan Lake, Jamal Warrican and Roston Chase. Let's look at the highlights.
That's a good delivery. That's in the air. That's taken. Romain Morris has thrown it away. Feeling for that one. Is Boucher taking the catch? That is a brilliant take. Dancing up the pitch. Hikes that over mid-wicket. Where does that go? It's gone over the stands, I believe. All the way, and it's a half century again for Odin Smith. Brilliant batting. Beautiful delivery. I think he's got an edge that time. Yeah, that's the end of Odin Smith. This final wicket off quickly. OJ Shields goes big. He hits that high in the air. Springer will take the catch, actually, and that is the end of the innings. Jamaica will close on 457 all out. And that one, Mosley gets a piece of this one, and that runs down to the backward square leg. That's a wide delivery, and that's carved through the square region. He's played that shot on a number of occasions. That's a pleasant drive to the extra cover region. That was a glorious shot. As you say that, the commentators curse. As you say, Craig Brathwaite is looking subdued. He spanks Pete Salmon with a loose delivery over long on. Whoa! Bowled him! That smacked through the extra cover region. That stand and deliver from Jonathan Drakes. A bit of a loose delivery there from Salmon.
It resumes this morning at 11. That's it for news and sports at this time. We'll have more news and sports coming up at 12 noon right here on TV8. Morning Barbados is back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action, the goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is the only country that has 3 national dishes. 3. The first one is cocoa and flying fish. The second one is chefette, and the third one is a hamburger. Big up Barbados.
What did you just say? Big up Barbados. We absolutely love the sound of that. That's the voice of the Caribbean and a man known as Barry Height. Barry, good morning to you.
Morning, sir. Morning. How are you?
I do well. How do you do?
Blessed and highly favored. Appreciate you asking.
I like that. I like that indeed. But, you know, there are lots of people who are saying, but who are you? I understand that you were born of a St. Lucian parent, St. Lucian, one Barbadian?
No. My mother is St. Lucian. My father is British.
Your father's British?
But I went to secondary school in Barbados.
How did that happen?
I guess mom and dad said, let's try something different. And the path led me to Barbados, which is actually a huge part of my upbringing. Love Barbados to the fullest, love the energy, love the vibe, love the people, love the pie. This actually should be your 4th national dish, which is pie. Not pie, pie.
It's my national dish too, you better believe it. How is it that you met Rupi? How did that come about?
Being a soca DJ in the circuit, you're obviously going to cross paths with different artists. Rupi's former DJ is actually a very good friend of mine, DJ Fuzz. I was the first DJ I met with Rupi. Obviously, the connection was there. And then it just happened that at a particular point in time, he needed a DJ and I filled the gap.
Wow, you're so lucky. And what has that relationship and opportunity been for you?
The blessings of going to places where English is not the first language, where somebody is coming up to Rupi afterwards, and we have a translator who's there to tell us what they're saying, even though emotionally they're telling us everything that they're saying. It's the power of music that crosses cultures, it crosses boundaries. It's just an amazing thing to be able to tour the world and promote our music coming from these small dots in the Caribbean.
And so music has taken you places and you've met many, many different people. You actually believe that the music of the Caribbean needs to go global. Don't you already see it happening in that way? Or do you think that there are more and more of our soca artists really need to get global?
Well, our music is already global. Let's go down the length of when Tempted to Touch became the phenom. So our soca music is already global. We have sparks of global dominance, sparks of when we are going to be in the space and then we come back. We just need to be filling more spaces to keep us in the global space.
We do. And so as you're in Florida, and you take that away from the Caribbean, view of the Caribbean and the Caribbean performances and so, who are some of the outstanding artists who you have worked with over time, who you believe are phenomenal and quite global in their outlook?
Oh, wow. That's a very long list. Rupi, of course. Let's go down the list. The Queen herself, Alison Hines, big up herself. Who else? I've worked with Bungie, I've worked with Marshall, I've worked with Kess. I have worked with Charlie Black. That list could be very, very long. I don't know how much time we have this morning to give a list, but from reggae to soca, I've also worked alongside Tanto Metro and Devante on a few projects as well. By the way, there's a new record which me and my brother just produced for them. So there's lots and lots and lots and lots of things happening in the space regarding artists that I've worked with. I don't know if we have enough time to call everybody in.
You know, you love music so much, you decided to follow it and become trained in it and to study it and so forth. I'm just curious because to choose this as your profession, you have to have conversations with the parents, and the parents always have an opinion. What was the opinion shared with you when you said, listen, this is what I want to do and this is what I shall do?
So you want mommy's answer first or you want daddy's answer first? Mommy always wanted me to go to school, but both my parents did. That was very, very important for them.
Yes.
Mommy was very much, you got to get your education. And I basically did that from when I could remember up until when I went to junior college in Montreal. And I came back and I said, listen, I've been going to school for 18, 19 years. Can I take a year out? And my mother was not for it. She says, when children taste money, they don't want to go back to school. My father, swayed the opinion slightly. I went to take one, I ended up taking 6.
Wow.
Why? Because every year when I went on vacation and I came back, I got bumped up at work. I worked in the hospitality industry.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of it, I basically submitted my resignation letter. And when I was leaving, I was called back to the office to basically say, hey, we're here to actually seek out new talent or talent that we have. To bump me from duty manager to resident manager, I was age, 24, give or take, and I was leaving a 50% pay raise on the table. However, most importantly, my dad said, do you plan to seek this as your form of education? Basically, are you going to work in this field? I said, I'm done. He said, so you're out. You need to go to school. So I went to Full Sail. My first job outside of Full Sail was an unpaid internship on the #1 urban radio station here, 103.5 The Beat, which is a Clear Channel station. And then my next job after that was being a sound engineer for the reggae band, the legendary reggae band, Third World.
You've met some wonderful people over time, some geniuses indeed. What's the lesson in all of that you think that our young people today need to learn based upon your trajectory for your life and what you've done?
Listen to mommy and daddy. Listen to mom and dad, but more importantly, parents, listen to your kids.
Yes.
You want them to be a doctor. You want them to be a lawyer. You want nothing best but the best for your children. But if your children are not feeling that path, yes, they may do it out of malice, and yes, it might be the right thing for them to do. But take a listen, see what their interests are. They might be very, very big into video games. That is not a profession, but game design is. You can make a lot of money from that. If you notice that they like music, okay, is it just a hobby or is this something that they really have an ear for? Look at DJ Puffy. Look at where he is today.
Mm-hmm. Look at where you are today as well. And so let's talk about what you want next for yourself.
Very good question. I'm kind of branching into a couple directions. I'm A&Ring a few projects. For those who don't know what an A&R is, let's say the producer is sitting here and let's say a songwriter is sitting on this side. It's my job to get the right hit song for you. So something that you would say, for example, somebody else might not be comfortable saying. Prime example. 50 Cent has a song called Many Men Wish Upon Me.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually not the right song for Sean Paul. So it's a matter of finding the right song for the right person.
Let's talk a little bit about some of these people with whom you've worked. Third World. Third World, you're meeting Third World was in existence before you met them for sure. And so when you had that moment to sit in the same room with Third World, with these people who are global in sound and recognition, how did you handle that moment?
One, my parents have always taught me to be humble. Second, they've always taught me to respect their elders. Third, which was a huge, huge benefit, my roommate at the time, so for those who don't know, when you go to a concert, there's normally two sound engineers. One is that tent in the middle of the crowd who is mixing what the audience hears, and the second is the one who's usually on or close to the stage who mixes what the artist hear. My job was the one on stage. He was known as the front of house engineer. So again, it's not what you know, but who you know.
Who you know. That's a lesson for everybody as well. You live in Florida, and so what's the response generally like by Floridians and Americans, people who are living in those large areas, to the music of the Caribbean?
Oh, they love it. Love it bad. Love it, love it, love it, love it bad. That's an understatement. They love our culture. They love our food. They love our heritage. Rupee touches any stage. Any stage. It could be compa, it could be zouk, it could be urban, it could be electric, any stage whatsoever. And that Tempted to Touch comes on, or Jump that's celebrating 25 years. 25 years ago is when Peter Coppin produced a masterpiece.
Yeah.
That record comes on and it's over.
And it's over. The world now is this oyster to just farm. And so here we are now at this 2026 stage of your life. And how many more years do you think you have in this business?
Oh, I plan to do this until the wheels come off. It's a passion. Somebody actually asked me this exact same question, and I told them this. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I wouldn't be at it like a lot of us are as the grind, but I would still be involved in this industry. This is something that I love. This is a passion. I actually like to get the opportunity to say, hey, you know what? You're doing big things. You need to be in this position. I like to be able to help people to be able to do better. And sometimes it's somebody to open a door or somebody to recommend somebody that this is the better person for the job. I've been called to host shows or DJ at events or be a hype man. And I say, I appreciate it. I'm not available, but let me tell you who's the better man or woman for the job.
I like that. I like that. You share. You're just back from Dubai, I'm told. And so what was that experience? First of all, why were you there? And then who invited you?
I was there before the fireworks. Let's just get that correct. I was there before the fireworks was happening. Dubai is an amazing place. It's an international city. If you're a producer, songwriter, artist, or A&R, and you want to know what the world is listening to, aka the world sound, that's in our genre of music, that's in Caribbean music, and that's also what the world is listening to. Go there. You're all of a sudden going to realize that what you think is big in the dancehall space or soca space or any of those may not be over there, because what's happening there basically goes out to the world.
That's a different train of thought. Didn't know that, but thanks for teaching me that this morning indeed. Explore the Dubai market, explore what's happening in the United Arab Emirates, and then you will see life a whole lot differently, maybe a lot more crystal clear. And so that's what you've been doing. You do so much, from producing to voicing to as a voiceover actor to DJing to all of those kinds of things. The little boy who went to MAPS Presentation College here in Barbados is taking on the world in the big way that you are. There are lots of parents who tend to think that kind of job is not, it can never make you comfortable. Does it make you comfortable?
Father said, don't be boastful, so I won't be. I will just simply say that in my 30s, I was very blessed with the guidance and direction of my father. But in my 30s, I was able to say I purchased my first home. And before I was 35, I had no mortgage.
Nice. In other words, yes, he's comfortable. It makes him comfortable. And anything that you invest your time in with your passion, you will see and reap success. I think that's the story of your life so far. So Barry Hype, it was wonderful talking to meet you, first of all. I know that you will continue phenomenally. You're not selfish. And that's what I like about you. You're not selfish. You want to share this space with all of us so that all of us go through the door together. And it's not me and saying y'all could come when you choose to. You do this for others as well. So I want to commend you on that as your modus, and I really want to wish you well with all of your future endeavors.
I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to actually coming to your studio sometime soon. I know I'm in Barbados for C'est La Vie, so I don't want to miss that. And Aura. By the way, this is my first time back in Cropover since pre-pandemic. So I can't wait to be back in Barbados.
Well, hurry up and come home. I'll be very happy to see you indeed. Thank you so much. There you go. Barry Hype. He's in Florida by way of MAPS College. He's a Bajan. And by way of his association with Rupi as well and Allison, he's a Bajan indeed. And so we're welcoming him very, very soon when he comes back into Cropover for this year to be a part of our what we call the sweetest summer festival and a whole lot more. We love Cropover and we can't wait to engage with him. Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're coming back with more in just a moment.
This is the only country that has 3 national dishes. 3. The first one is cocoa and flying fish. The second one is chefette, and the third one is a cat burger. Big up Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damian Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
We enjoy a game with dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
You know why?
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur,
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Oh boy, the music. Patrice Russian there with Forget Me Nots. Indeed, that's skating. What you just saw is members of the Diamond Rollers Skate Club, I call them, because they're having on Heroes Day something that will make you stand up strong, indeed like a hero. Their roller skating showcase and exhibition. And so to tell us a whole lot more about this, they brought along all of these people to me today. Janelle Grandison, y'all know her from Q, right? This is the lady who dances so beautifully at Q with the big fans and everything else. Janelle, good morning. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Good morning.
I see you every Thursday I see you, and it's so wonderful to put a face, to sit near to you indeed.
Oh, thank you for that.
You're welcome. You brought along with you some young ones. Yeah. Serenity, good morning. You are too precious. You well? Yeah. Good to meet you, Serenity. What are those two big bobs like eyes at the top of your head? Did you choose those? Your bubbles. You like them, don't you? All right. And next to her is Edisha. Edisha, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Hold the microphone to your mouth. How old are you?
10.
10. You're supposed to be at school today, aren't you? What school do you go to?
Bailey's Primary School.
All right. And then you're heading off to school when you're done with me here now?
Yes, please.
What class are you in?
Class 3.
3? 4?
3.
3. You know the common interest exam is next year, right? All right. Sylvester is with us as well. Sylvester Miller, good to see you again, my friend.
Good morning. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. And across from me is Toinette Savory. Toinette Savory is also a skater, right? Toinette?
Yes,
good.
please.
Janelle, what's going on Heroes Day?
Well, we are putting on a roller skating showcase and exhibition where we are getting the public to come out and actually see what skaters in Barbados do. A lot of persons are not even aware that skating is back in Barbados. We had a couple events. We have hit the roads and couple of the road races and stuff like that. But we have never really produced ourselves or put ourselves out there as skate dancing, skate. Everybody think about ice skating when they think about skating, but we skate dance on roller skates, and we want the public to see what we can do. Skating is now going into its 5th year. I think about that, and we have been meeting up, skating, but the skating community is growing, but the outer Barbados, the persons outside of the skating community, they are not aware of us.
Right.
And we want to put that out there today.
So this event that's coming up is about that.
Yes.
To show you what the skating community is doing, and it's a showcase and exhibition. It's not a competition, it's just an exhibition.
Correct.
And I'm sure that by the end of the night, we will all want to be on skates, right?
That is the goal, especially you. We would love to have you out there and doing it for the whole CBC team, telling them, listen, this is quite nice, come and do it, come and try it.
It really looks like a lot of fun. As a spectator, I see fun. Yeah. As a participant, I have to think a little twice or 3 times, but I'll see. Sylvester, you've been skating too?
Yeah, good while.
What do you mean by good while?
I'm one of the oldest skaters you have in Barbados. Yeah. I'm still actively skating.
Right.
And it's my life. It keeps me fit, and I get pleasure in seeing other people learn to skate and teaching them how to do certain things, and I enjoy it.
And I'm glad you said it like the way you did. It keeps you fit and you get pleasure. Yeah. Because we think as we age, we should give up those things.
No.
And you're saying, nah, man. Still have some fun.
I want to be 100 and still on skates.
I want to see that. So he's like, I got to live low now.
And you actually have to come and skate too.
I will have to come and skate to see you on skates. Yeah. No problem. Toinette, how long have you been skating now?
Less than 1 year.
Less than a year. So what it is that got you involved in skating? What was it about skating?
Well, actually, a family friend extended the invitation, so we joined Janelle and Cruisers in the Ivy, and I'm here today.
You enjoy it?
Yes,
The first time you laced up, were you scared? True.
Yes, I was scared because at 12 I had a fall, and that was it. I said never again. But going to skating, I did have like PTSD because my wrist started to hurt, and I was nowhere near the skating community. So we actually went, and Janelle was very patient and assisted me. So today I'm here and actually enjoying it.
You're looking forward to the exhibition?
Yes.
Are you skating as an individual, or you're skating as part of, what are you doing?
As an individual, I'm actually doing a solo piece.
Really?
Yes, I'm being adventurous and doing a solo piece.
You doing soca or?
No, I'm actually doing a solo piece from Spanish guitar. Right by Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton Spanish guitar. Oh, that's a very sultry, sexy piece.
Well, you need to come and see it.
You need to come and see that. I love that song. Yeah, it is a beautiful song.
Yes, it really is, and it gives me time to express myself. Really limited moves that I have, so it gives a whole lot of expression to the song. So it's not just about the foot movements, but it's about expression, and it's a wonderful song.
I'm telling you.
Yes, so.
But Janelle, when I teased you earlier before the show started, you said to me, "Oh, Pearson, don't worry. What you do is you provide safety. It's a very safe sport."
Yes. Like all persons, when they hear roller skating, the first thing they hear about is falls. And most persons do venture off to roller skating on their own. And, a lot of us had to do it on our own as children. But now in Barbados, we have an environment where you can come, where there is someone there who can guide you through the steps. There are methods to this madness, as I put it earlier. So you guide you through the steps of roller skating. We get you rolling, standing on your skates. We actually show you how to put your skates on properly, how to take them off, how to sit, how to stand. All of these are things that we go through on your first day of skating. We also have trainers. These are some devices that we have made that can help you keep your balance and stuff like that, so you feel more comfortable. But so far, I can tell you that we at Diamond Rollers and the Cruisers, we have helped so many people found joy in skating over that fear. And it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
It is very addictive, and I am sure you can go and call and tell them, we are not coming in today, we are skating. Because
look me, I skated, I'm outside skating.
Correct.
And so Serenity, oh, poor little Serenity. So Serenity, are you skating on your own?
Yeah.
Really? What song are you skating to?
Well, she's going out with the children.
The children?
Yeah.
Okay, and how many children will be skating?
We have probably about 16 of them in that little group so far, yeah.
They're growing, it's lovely. And how long have you been skating now, Serenity?
I skated in Q.
Just over a year.
A year?
Yes, a year.
And so there you are skating for just a year now, and you think you're a professional, right? I love it. You are a professional. So can you teach me to skate?
Yes.
Tell me something I need to do to learn about skating.
I skated last night with my nana.
You were skating last night with your nana. Oh, too precious indeed. And Edisha, how long have you been skating again? 10 years now?
4 years.
4 years.
For 4 years you've been skating. So you are now a professional. Are you like a tutor, a teacher of the other children who are younger than you?
Yes.
You can do that? Can you choreograph pieces as well?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite move when you're skating?
Yes.
What is that?
Crazy legs.
So what?
Crazy legs.
Crazy legs? What's that? You do something with your legs like that? Really? Why do you like that so much?
I don't know.
Because it's crazy. It's crazy and it's fun. And so for those little children who are watching today, your schoolmates, do you want them to come out and see you next week, Tuesday?
Yes.
Tell them to come and see you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Say it.
You're going to tell them, say it to me, say it to them.
Come and see me on Tuesday.
Right. It's Tuesday. Where is it happening, Janelle?
We are at the Black Rock Culture Center, just across from Chauffet on Black Rock Main Road, right by the Catholic Church. Yes, please. The show starts at 6. Doors are open at 5. and we go all the way down to 12. We have an after party.
Oh.
So you can come for the show, stay for the after party, have some fun, get to meet some skaters, find out where skating is, where you can sign up to get your skate lessons for you privately or for your children. And yeah.
And have a good time. Sylvester, what are you doing? A solo as well?
Solo as well, too.
Why? You don't have anybody to... you have a jostle, as the old people would say?
Yes, but it is a case of coming up to the same level as I am.
Okay.
Right, and then I like to do things that are a little different. So people expect me to be doing one thing, but I'm doing something we will call young.
Aha.
Right, so everybody looking for me to do because of my age, do certain things.
I'm watching you on the screen right now. Is this you? Look behind you. Is that you?
Yeah.
What are you doing there? Make sense of that for me.
Well, actually, I'm interpreting a song, with a new song by... I actually can't remember the name of the song now.
Okay, so you're doing a little bit of rock dancing.
Yes.
Okay, right, wow. And that is it. So you just show to all of us that it is possible.
It is
Anybody
possible.
of any stage and any age can do this too. And that's the whole point. So it is on Tuesday next week, National Heroes Day.
Yeah.
From 5 in the afternoon, doors will open before, of course.
Doors open at 5,
and you're going to
starts at 6.
midnight.
Yeah.
With an after party afterwards, a public holiday. And then you'll really have a good time at the Black Rock Cultural Centres where it all happens, indeed. So there are a selection of rollers, skate the performances as well, and dance performances and so much more, right?
Yes,
Am I reading you correctly? We saw the poster just around. Food and drinks will be on sale, but it's a showcase and it's an exhibition, and we all love to see what you guys do. Honestly, it's beautiful to behold.
Yeah.
Beautiful to behold. Children are allowed to come see?
Yes, actually children under 10 are free, so bring out the children, and there's a fee for adults and children 16 and over.
So bring the children to see what the children are doing.
Yes.
To see what children can do, what your child can also do. And that's the whole point of the exhibition. So you see what's possible. And us older people of a certain vintage, we can also come watch and see as well and try it. Janelle really wants me to lace up and try it. She promises me and she promises you it's going to be absolutely safe. But anything you want to know, catch the excitement indeed next week Tuesday, which is National Heroes Day, in the Black Rock Cultural Centre. The Black Rock Cultural Centre opening before 5. The show starts at 5, and really we want you to come and have a really good time with an after party right after.
Yes, please.
Correct. It's put on by Cruisers and Diamond Rollers, and if people want to reach out to get lessons even before next week, how can they do so?
They can follow us on our Facebook page. We have Cruisers Barbados, and you can get all that information there. You can follow Diamond Rollers as well. All of that information will definitely be posted.
And see Janelle at Q in the community.
And here.
You know, the answers to all the questions you have indeed.
Yes,
I want to thank all of you and wish you well with next season's activity. I really hope that the whole cultural centre is packed to capacity with people.
Definitely.
Really come out, folks. And it's something for the children, something for the adults, something for all of us. It's a roller skating showcase and exhibition next week, Tuesday, National Heroes Day, starting at 5 in the afternoon. Doors open bright and early, and you stay till you're ready to go home because there's an after party indeed.
Yes,
so thank you, Janelle. Thank you, Serenity. Edisha, good morning to you. Del, thank you as well. Sylvester and Toinette. Thank you as well. I wish you all the best with your solo performances as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're coming back with more on Morning Barbados in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damian Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station. 98.1, The One.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love cruise.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some...
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The National Cultural Foundation is inviting us once again to go into the gallery at Queen's Park for another exhibition. This one is entitled Melange Reloaded. But reloaded with what? Where did it go in the first place? Joining me as we take a look through what we can expect when it opens is, of course, my good friend Onika Small, who is the curator of the gallery there. Onika, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson. Good morning, Barbados.
And it's a solo exhibition by the one and only, let me get your title right, Lieutenant Commander John Walcott. Good morning to you, Lieutenant Commander.
Good morning, Pearson, and good morning, Barbados. How are you doing?
Very good, man. Foo-foo. But that's all right. And that's the whole point. You know, a lot of people know you as that, but they don't know you as this. So this is an opportunity for you to share with them what this is all about. What is this all about, this Melange Reloaded?
I would say that I was on stage just as long as I was painting, because this is over 40 years that I've been a visual artist. And Melange, I was teaching then, I was trying to find a title for the exhibition. I was teaching then at Dining River School, and I was saying, gotta find a name. So I spoke to a few of my colleagues, and one of my colleagues, she's in foreign languages. I said, look, I need one that maybe with a different language. She said, well, why not try? Because John, you do some different things, man. You were all mix up. Try Melange.
Nice. And a nice sound to it.
Yeah, you know, I said, I like that. So that was in 1997.
Whoa.
Then was the first Melange show. Same venue, same Queen's Park Gallery. And I said, I like that, you know. So I thought, not that between 97 and now I was doing group shows and what's not. But then when I made the decision that I wanted to do another solo show, I decided to reload it. I'm a Matrix man too.
I get you.
You like the Matrix.
I can see by the design of the poster alone, yeah, you're a Matrix man. But this one is not just Melange Reloaded. You're focusing on folklore.
Yes.
The folklore of the Orisha.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be an education for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure. So it's Orisha's fantasies and folk tales. I would say when it was introduced to African spirituality, it started at a very young age. Years ago, when I was about 8-9 years old, we would go to church, and then driving from Deacon's Road to St. Mary's Church, I would hear these drums on Fonty Bell, and that was yard over yard, right? And I would tell Daddy, I said, Daddy, those are drums, man. He said, that ain't for you, right? We ain't church, right? It was Saturday night, right?
Yes.
And then I said, who's that in there? He said, man, that's Elton Motley. I think it's Elton Motley. Yard over yard, right? But those drums were calling me from a very young age, very young age. Fast forward, I went to community college in '96, and we had a course on African spirituality done by Dr. Nancy Jacobs. And then that door opened a little more, and we get to see the different orishas and all that. So it's a whole continuum. So it started to develop a lot more then. Yeah.
So I can't wait, Onika, to see how John tells those folklores and fallacies through his art expression indeed. And again, once again, the gallery is so expansive and so designed to be able to tell stories in the way they do from the minute you walk right in.
Indeed. So we're really quite excited. We did some final selections yesterday at his studio. And when I was thinking about it, I've seen from the 1997 John to the 2026 John, definitely a deepening in the spiritual sense in terms of the African spirituality. So we have a variety of orishas that he's been portraying, and those are going to be on the wall. But John is also very much a Barbadian, a Bajan person. So he's telling stories through some of the images he's captured of Barbados, as well as then the folk tales come out through the art. So we can almost sit in front of some of them and go, wow, I wonder what's her story.
That's what I was just doing.
Exactly. So some of the work just speaks to you. There's one in particular of this lady, and she's sitting down and she's washing these clothes. And I feel she just resonates with so many of us. And there's so many stories that he's telling in the work. So I want people to come and to see it and to feel and to experience, especially during our season of emancipation, because you know we launched last week Tuesday. So this is very much fitting for this time.
Wow. Okay, you want us to come. When does it open, and when and what times can we come?
Right, so it opens this Saturday from 6 to 8. Everybody is invited, come and see. And then as usual, we're open to the public Monday to Saturday, 10 to 6. And the show will close on May 16th.
In other words, it sounds like a lot of time, but it's not a lot of time.
And it's going quickly.
very, very quickly. The time is going. And the gallery has been so busy, you don't want to miss this before another installation comes in.
Exactly.
So grab the opportunity very, very soon from this Saturday, 6 to 8 o'clock, and then it goes right through to the mid-May. But then you, John, Onika's shared that you'll be telling stories as well. So we're not just coming in and watching John go like, hey, do you like the piece? John is telling stories of the pieces John has done. And I'm sure this is all part of your creativity and the different ways in which we present art and we tell stories. So talk to me a little bit about how that's going to work, because I mean the gallery is expansive. I don't want to hear you while I'm down the far side and you're over there distracting me. Right. So how this is going to work?
Well, okay, as Onika said, so we're looking at the different orishas, and there are different ways that you can illustrate them. You may have an image of what you perceive to be the orisha. For example, there is one called Obatala, who is the king of the white cloth. And there are many stories surrounding how the earth or how the world was created. And there is a story where the supreme being, what you may call that, within the Yoruba pantheon, we call that Olodumare, where he sends Obatala down to create the world. And he's the king of the white cloth, and he has with him a chicken. He has a golden chain that comes down from above, and he also has a black cat. Now people say, yeah, black cat evil. Come on, man. A lot of people got black cats around the place, right? But that cat was supposed to keep him company.
Yes.
So the story is he comes down this golden chain, and he has a conch shell filled with sand, and as he comes down the chain, he spreads the sand on the earth, and the chicken would scratch, and the chicken scratch, you'll create the earth. And the cat is there looking all scared. Cat said, "I get on that chain, not me," right? And so that's one of the stories that you will see and hear. But also to get a better idea as to what the stories will be outside of the exhibition, we're going to have an artist talk on the 2nd of May. So we hope to have a panel of persons who are versed not only on on the visual art side, but the educational side. So it's a whole educational exercise.
I want to go back to the piece we just shared with you. Go back, if you can roll, flick right back to the one we just shared with the lady at the wash pan, because I think that's what you were talking about. There it is.
Yes.
And there she is. She has the work to do. She understands what life is challenged by. She's sitting up proudly outside of her chattel house with one window coming off, but she didn't care because it's my space. But I'm also providing for my family.
Yes.
There are others who I'm caring for, and what do I now have to cook? Where would I find it from? You say that too?
Well, when I saw her, I mean, she didn't curate a show like
she
this.
loves it.
It just resonated with me because as women, we juggle so much. And in all of that, she still looks beautiful.
Yes.
She's juggling, keeping the family, keeping the home, washing the clothes, but also maintaining herself.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like almost that moment when you sit down and you go, okay, how am I pushing through?
Yeah.
And I feel in a lot of the work that John is putting out there that we're seeing those stories. So there's something that will resonate, I think, with everybody.
Wow, John, those are brilliant. Those are stunning. How many pieces do you have on the exhibition?
Over 30 pieces.
Lot.
Yeah,
A lot. John is at 41.
Yeah. I got
You're only saying 30, but that was my limit.
I was trying to choose that one. This one here, John. Maybe not that one. But, I mean, it was a constant. I've been working. And during going further back, because we have to plan the exhibition at least 2 years in advance. But it sounds like a lot of time, but I ain't really a lot of time. During the COVID period, when you can't leave home. You know, the AG at the time said, remain within the curtilage of your home, right? I was just painting and painting. And sometimes when you're working with the Orisha Center, you forget to eat.
Wow.
Because you end up inside the painting.
Wow.
You end up inside and you just focus and they keep you going. I work on about 7 or 8 at the same time. No, so that you get so involved in it. So when you switch your TV on, YouTube, you will see another Orisha, somebody talking about the different Orishas. You get all caught up in it. It's very exciting.
Oh, you're going to get caught up in this as well, folks. When you come to the Queen's Park Gallery from Saturday for the opening, and then walk us through those times again.
Okay, so we open on Saturday from 6 to 8, and we run every Monday to Saturday, except bank holidays, so don't come National Heroes Day, from 10 to 6.
And then the artist talk is on the 2nd of May. 2nd of May. And it wraps up the stories of the different Orishas and everything else on the 16th of May. And it's under the patronage of the esteemed President of Barbados, the Right Excellent Jeffrey Gibson. And so we want to encourage all of you to show up. This is free?
Yes,
Jeffrey Boss Day.
Free, Jeffrey Boss Day. Yes, please. No.
Look how you won't let the man come open.
But get me locked up. No. And there's also some mini performances and stuff. I had the assistance of Sophie Lee from the Haynesville Youth Group. And you will see a dance perpetuating one of the Orishas, Oshun, who's the one that's closest to me.
So it's just more than just the work of art on the sides of the gallery. This is actually art alive.
You will see it come alive.
Because a lot of his work has in Oshun and that beauty.
Yeah.
So
you really got to show up to everybody. It's in the gallery of Queen's Park in Bridgetown. I want to encourage all of you, bring the students along as well, because the teacher will be there, the master himself in John Walcott will be there as well to teach and to share his stories as well. But you also get an examination of art and perspective and use of color, how you tell stories and emotions, as we saw from the washer lady who was sitting there by the wash pan, all of that, the dimensions of art. And then this man in white with a black cat. What does that mean? Ask yourself the questions, you get the answers indeed. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. Much success with this. You're welcome.
Yeah, looking for you too, Pearson.
The black cat. Huh? We'll take a break right here, folks. I'm coming back in a moment. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
Books open your heart your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you. Our
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We've had a full day, and so because it's been so full and so fun, we want to thank you for joining us. My little crew joins me in sharing with all of you the best of today. Be it the will of the Lord, we will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.